going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Open Table Sports Podcast. A little bit different. We're all home from college, so we're going to be doing this for the summer until about end of August. So we're just going to be live on YouTube. I don't know what we're going to do audio-wise. We might be putting it on our SoundCloud, but right now it's just going to be on the YouTube until we figure out different things. As always, it's me and Dom Caps again, running down everything sports. People are coming after us today, Dom. I feel a little bit attacked.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on. One little thing about LaShawn McCoy, and now everyone's down our throats.
Because people think that we're like an original thing. Like, no, like, yeah, we do get some stuff before other people, but we are quick with the tweets. We are quick with the news, but we're, mainly just a filter, I guess you could say. We just take a world of sports and we put it into one account instead of other places will do one sport, or you have like a bunch of tweets from a bunch of different people. I'd rather have one place that covers all these sports than get tweet notifications from like 80 different accounts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're more of just like a filter so people can get news from one spot about every single sport.
And you're getting the big stuff from us. You're not getting the little silly stuff. You're getting the
because a lot of places will tweet like, oh, like so-and-so traded this to who. Like, no one cares about someone who's not even going to see a major league roster or something like that. We'll do the bigger stuff. We'll do like the mid-tier stuff too, but we mainly don't do lower level stuff. So with us, you stay up to date. We'll give you rumors. We'll give you news, polls, everything, and podcasts. That's the thing. And everything is free. You don't have to pay. You don't have to do anything crazy. And we don't do articles. It's just short tweets, simple. You guys can have discussions on our tweets. We're very interactive. We most likely, 95% of the time, we'll reply to you. We'll like your tweet. We'll retweet it sometimes even if it's a good tweet. But I don't know why people have a problem with this. We haven't done anything wrong in this account. It's not like we troll people. It's not like we tweet out news. Like, if we see it, we tweet it. Unless like it's something so utterly stupid, then we don't tweet it.
Yeah.
But like, we'll only tweet stuff from places that are reliable. Like the thing we tweeted today, if you go look on their account, they have so much stuff that's gotten right. A couple things have been wrong, but I'd rather take someone that's 70% right than not tweet it at all.
Yeah, of course.
But they get a lot of stuff right, which is the thing. I don't know. These people are just
overreacting.
Dude, people always overreact to this type of stuff. People think like once one tweet is wrong, they think it's like the end of the world.
I mean, there's people. I mean, look at the Patrick Corbin incident. Like, everyone was tweeting it wrong. Like, there was about 7 different rumors.
Dude, even Bryce Harper, like there were like big reporters who said he was already signed to the Phillies. There were people who said Patrick Corbin already had a deal in place with the Yankees. People were saying Machado already had a deal in place with the Yankees. These are big reporters. Even Schefter, he got wrong like a contract. Like these big guys, they'll get stuff wrong. It's like if someone has a little bit wrong on a sports report on a tweet, who cares? Like, all it literally comes down to is maybe a couple numbers, someone getting released. Like, who cares? Like, and we'll delete the tweet. It's not like we stand by them. It's like we'll say, okay, it's not like we're the ones reporting them, so we don't even care. We're not even the ones wrong. We're just passing along news to people who want this news from all different facets of the world. That's it.
Yeah, we're not big enough yet to be able to get that, inside stuff to where we're at places getting the news before everyone else yet. So
yeah,
not sure why everyone's coming after us like that.
I don't know. We got more notifications. This is just a whole big.
Yeah, we're just a filter. We're not the source.
Yeah, we've like. I don't know. Now I'm just sending memes to these people because I really don't care.
Yeah, let them get mad over nothing. No reason to get mad with them.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. So, kickoff talk. This is where we have, for people who don't listen to the podcast that are new, kickoff talk is like the in-depth. We talk more on it. Then we have the halftime viewer mail where you can send in your questions. We will tweet it out. We'll put on whatever social media we have. Just make sure you send in those questions, anything you want answered. Then the rundown is quicker. It's a little bit faster paced, just like the smaller stuff, as we said before. The rundown is stuff we usually don't tweet, but we'll just kind of run it down in the podcast. Yeah, we'll usually tweet this stuff, but some stuff we do miss because it's only just me and Dom running this account. We don't have anyone else. So in the summer, we'll obviously be tweeting more. I remember on break, Christmas break, me and you were tweeting literally everything because we were just home doing nothing. During the school year, it's hard because we both have classes. I work, he works, we do tons of stuff. We also do other podcasts as well. This isn't the only like sports related thing we do. We do other stuff in the sports world, but this is basically our main priority, open table sports. Like this comes first, but we do have other priorities and on hand. So the Dolphins signed cornerback Xavier Howard to a 5-year, $76.5 million contract, $46 million guaranteed. This makes him the highest paid cornerback in terms of average annual value. I don't know. He had a really good year last year, but I feel like you can't give anyone a contract like this based off 1 year.
Yeah, he's only played 3 years, and he only played 12 games last year, and he had 7 interceptions, which isn't bad. It's like basically 1 interception every 2 games. So I mean, he's a good corner. Like he could be a number 1 corner, but to be paying that much money is a little, I'd say, jumping the gun.
Yeah, I don't know. Stuff like this I don't like when the teams give these players who have 1 good year. I don't believe it. I think you need to have at least 2-3 years to prove yourself. 1 season, yeah, cool, you had a really good year. But if you have 2 back-to-back good years, that kind of shows. When you have 3 back-to-back good years, that shows.
Yeah, because you're a consistent top player in the NFL, and you
need to have
money.
Consistency to get a contract like this. He didn't really show that much.
But I guess the Dolphins are playing with some money, and I guess they decided to.
It's funny because they're like technically in a rebuild, but they're giving away these contracts.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I guess they figured, well, they just got Josh Rosen they're going to pay him not as much as you think, because they got 2 more years with the option on the rookie contract.
Yeah.
So I guess they don't have to worry about paying a big time quarterback anytime soon.
Yeah, even that they're not going to have to pay a quarterback big money for another like 5 years, which is good. Well, because you're going to have to pay probably Tua a contract next year, but that's only going to be a rookie deal, so it's not going to be like hundreds of millions of dollars and tons of years. It'll be like 4 years, maybe like 50 million at tops. Depends on what they want to do. Interesting there. The Seahawks, they signed defensive end Ziggy Ansah to a 1-year, $9 million contract. It could end up being $13 million with incentives and all that other BS, games played and sacks and all that. Seahawks needed a pass rusher after they, got rid of Frank Clark. They got LJ Collier in the first round of the NFL draft, another edge rusher. They definitely reached for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Interesting signing. He went late. He's been having, what was it, shoulder problems he's had or ankle or something like that?
Yeah, he was definitely not, on the field producing as much as he did in years prior.
Yeah.
Because he was like a top.
He was a top defensive end.
And then he kind of faded off.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Seahawks are in a weird position right now.
They're in like that stage, like they could be rebuilding, but they're also not really, in full rebuild mode.
Yeah, they're in like that. Like they could either start signing players and then they could also start trading players at the same time. So but they also just gave Russell Wilson a contract. And then Ziggy Ansah, it's only a 1 year. It's kind of like a prove it deal, especially coming off of injuries and lack of play. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think it's a good contract. $9 million for 1 year on a prove it deal is it's a little for me. I would give him like $7 million. $9 million is a little bit too much. I mean, yeah, it's fine for him, but it just depends on how much he's gonna play.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we're at time wise. I can't even see where we're at time wise.
Let's see. I could take a look here. I think we're about. Oh, it doesn't say, but.
Oh, it's right because we're live.
Yeah, so I think we're about 10 minutes in. 10, 15 in.
Dude, we have nothing this week.
Yeah, no, we're
Like,
in that dead zone.
This stuff would literally be in the rundown if I don't. Well, Xavier Howard thing wouldn't be. Ziggy Ansah would be. Seahawks released wide receiver Doug Baldwin and Cam Chancellor with failed physical designations. Both of them will likely retire. That would have been in the rundown. I think. I mean, I got an email. I don't know. This week, last week, and the week before. Well, the week before that was a little bit iffy, but the Dolphins are trying out former Bengals running back Mark Walton. I don't know. Oh, the Brewers game is about to start. I got my Joey Bosa jersey on. He's 97 now. I have 3 Joey Bosa jerseys, and they all have 99 on them. I'm pissed. He's going back to his college number, 97.
Yeah, making way for the new guy.
Yeah. Tillery. Giving you one of the best
taking
tackles in the league. People are saying he looks like Aaron Donald, like in his face.
A little bit. I don't think he'd be quite as good as Aaron Donald, but
No, I'm saying he looks like him. I'm not saying he's gonna be. If he is like him, imagine Melvin Ingram, technically Aaron Donald, and Joey Bosa.
I'm telling you, the Chargers got the best roster in the NFL as long as they don't get injured. I mean, there's no excuse for not winning, or at least making the Super Bowl.
I know. Last year, all we did was get off to a bad start against the Patriots. That was it. People think we got killed. It's like if you watch that game again, first quarter, we got destroyed. 2, 3, and 4, we won.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, they released Doug Baldwin and Cam Chancellor. Not really, huge for them. I mean, I get Doug Baldwin. People are going to say, oh, it's big because it's Doug Baldwin and Cam Chancellor. When was the last time they produced fully? Didn't have injuries.
Doug Baldwin, I'd say 2017, he was good. He was really good in 2017. He was like a true number one, but last year he was off the field for
that's what I'm saying,
half
like
the season, if not more. I mean, and then Cam Chancellor, didn't he have that neck injury that would basically said he couldn't play anymore? So I think they just released him so they get the retirement benefit and all that stuff. Or compensation, whatever you want to call it.
So next we're going to get into the NHL playoff outlook. We do this every week. We just update you guys on what's happening. We give you our thoughts. We obviously know you guys know what is going on in the playoff and stuff like that. We know you guys know the news already. This is literally just a rundown. We give you guys our thoughts. Maybe we tell you stuff you don't know. We give you good insight. We give you good background news, stuff we've heard from people. Just a discussion. If you guys want to join in on the chat, you can. We love when people engage. That's like the main thing. But we just love talking about sports. That's the main thing, giving you guys insight, chatting with people. So yeah, we're probably going to start doing more like call-ins and stuff like that. Probably. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I want to start doing that. There might be an echo on the mics. I'm not 100% sure. There probably might be, but hey, we'll find out. So I'm going to pass this one over to you, Dom.
So we're in the conference finals. We got East started last night. Boston beat Carolina 5-2. This may be one of the runaway series, I think. I think Boston could win this in 4 or 5.
I don't like the Bruins.
Yeah, it's definitely not preferred. But I think Carolina's run is kind of done. If you look at it, I mean, trends say they could get swept. Because you look, the Islanders swept the Penguins, then they got swept by Carolina. So then Carolina swept the Islanders, then maybe they'll get swept by the Bruins. And then if the Bruins make it to the finals, then they can get swept.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just hope, knowing my luck, I don't like Boston teams. Watch the Bruins go to the finals. I'm a Kings fan, and I don't like the Sharks. Watch, it's going to be the Bruins and the Sharks. Both of the teams I hate from each side. And when the playoffs started, those are the 2 teams I did not want in the Stanley Cup. And watch, it's going to be both of them. Same thing that happened last year in the Super Bowl, technically this year in the Super Bowl. I don't like the Patriots, Boston team. And also, I'm a Chargers fan. Guess who the other LA team is? The Rams. So the 2 teams I did not want in the Super Bowl got to the Super Bowl.
That's just how
And
it
then
goes.
and then in the World Series, Red Sox. I don't like Boston teams. And then the other team that beat my Brewers, the Dodgers. So I have no luck in this at all.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time there's been a Stanley Cup, World Series, even NBA Finals, like it's going to be the Warriors. I don't like the Warriors. And they're going to be there. And then who knows who's going to come from the East. If it's the Raptors, I don't like Canadian teams in American sports. It's not. People say I'm racist because of that. What? How is that racist? It's just like they're Canadian teams playing in American sports. What if they win a title? Okay, you're not even from this. Like the team's not even from. You do you get what I'm like? Hockey, I don't really care because I get it's like a French, Canadian, Russian, whatever it may be sport. I get that, and they have like 6 Canadian teams in the NHL, so I get that. But when you have the Raptors in Toronto, it's called the National Basketball Association, not the International, the National. So watch, it's gonna be the Raptors and the Warriors. I swear. Even I like the Bucks. They're my second team in the NBA, but it's just my luck every single time. The past couple months, it's been the 2 teams I did not want to make it. That's my luck, everyone. That is my luck. I don't know.
I mean, when you look at the West, Sharks and Blues, I think this one's got 7 written all over it.
Yeah, that's got 7 easily.
I mean, both of these teams won in Game 7s to get to this point, so I think it'd be no other fitting way than to go 7. Just how close and bad the West has been this season, it just wouldn't surprise me to go 7. Honestly, if we look at the Final Four now, I think the Bruins are the heavy favorite. Yeah, honestly, I think Bruins and Sharks, unfortunately, are the 2 teams that I've got going through.
This has been like the worst year for me. Red Sox and Dodgers, Patriots and Rams. Oh my God, it's been awful. Watch, who knows what's gonna happen next year in the World Series? Watch, it's gonna be like, I don't know. It's just like it's such bad luck when it comes to like sports. Like I've never seen a Brewers championship, Chargers. I've seen a Kings, and I haven't seen a Knicks. So I'm waiting for 3 out of my 4 teams to win a championship still. Chargers are in contention too, and the Brewers. So I could possibly see both of those in the next year. So I'm glad about that.
Yeah,
the Knicks are going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You never know. If they have a good offseason, if they have – I don't want Zion. Don't want him. I don't think he's needed. He's not – like, yeah, I get he's hype. He's going to bring people into the Garden. But then that means ticket prices are going to go through the roof yet again. Mm-hmm. Same thing that happened when they signed Melo. I'm trying to think. They signed someone else.
Stoudemire.
Yeah, Stoudemire. But there was someone else that they signed. And trying to think of who it was. They signed someone else. It was not like a huge name, but it was like a semi-big name. And like tickets went through the roof. And I was kind of like, he's not really worth it. Damn, who was it? I don't know. Watch, it's going to come to me like halfway through the podcast. And I'm just going to say it. And yeah. I'm trying to think of who it was.
It wasn't Odom.
No. Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, they signed him. And he was like the former MVP, and everyone was going nuts. I have his jersey, and I still have a Porzingis jersey too. I don't know, but it's gonna be Sharks and Bruins. I can already feel it. I don't even know the lesser of the 2 evils. I mean, being a Kings fan, not wanting the Sharks, and then being from the Northeast and not liking Boston teams is tough because I'm either going to have to hear it from Sharks fans, but they're all the way in California. So I don't really care. So I might want to take the Sharks because I'm not going to hear it from as many people. If the Bruins win, oh man, you're going to hear it from everyone. Boston fans are relentless when it comes to winning championships because then you're going to see, oh, the Red Sox won. Oh, the Patriots won. Oh, now the Bruins won. Now it's like, oh, fuck. Like,
yeah.
Man, it's going to be hell. So I'd rather take the Sharks than the Bruins, to be honest.
But if we get lucky, we'll get Blues and Hurricanes.
I hope so. I mean, if it's Blues and Hurricanes, then my luck has definitely came back. If I had any luck at all, I'd have little. So NHL playoffs have been good, though. I have to say
Yeah.
that. At least they're good. NBA playoffs, on the other hand, first round, complete shit. Second round, probably the best second round. It's going to be in contention for probably the best second round ever, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Of like this could go down as the best even round in playoffs history.
Yeah.
So,
And then you look at Milwaukee and Boston. That was 4-1. You kind of knew that Boston wasn't really going to go in there with a lot. They won game one, and all these Boston fans are like, "Oh, you counted us out. You counted us out. Oh, you thought they were going to sweep." Well, they won in 5. So Bucks are like, "You could take game one. We'll take the other 4.
yeah,
We'll make you feel a little."
and they weren't even close.
Yeah, they weren't even. They not really killed them in game one. It was kind of back and forth, but now Milwaukee's going to face the winner of Philly and Toronto. That's got game 7 on Sunday. Tonight, you got game 6 for Golden State and Houston. I think Houston's going to win that one. I think, all right, bold prediction. I think the Rockets might blow them out tonight.
They could. I mean, first
they're coming back. They're coming back home court. KD is out. I just think everything going around in this series, it kind of just leads to a game 7. It's like the way that they're going back home and KD just went out. I don't know. Just the way the story's rolling, I think they go to 7. And then we're probably going to see 3 game 7s on Sunday. Because then you got Portland and Denver. They're going to game 7. Sunday's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Hopefully there's 3 game 7s. Because you got – I don't even know how they're going to do this because they're going to have Philly and Toronto.
Do they not have anything tomorrow?
No, they don't have anything tomorrow.
Portland and Denver won't play tomorrow?
No, because they have Warriors and Rockets tonight because they're changing cities. So it's a 2-day travel buffer.
Let's see.
Because whenever you change cities, you have a 2-day buffer.
Oh, yeah.
Because you play, and then you have a travel day, a practice day, and then you play the next day.
You got Toronto, Philly, 7 o'clock Sunday.
And then the other one is
Houston, Golden State would be Sunday. And, yeah, Denver and Portland Sunday. Yeah, they're all Sunday.
I don't know what times they would be because Philly and Toronto's at 7. You'd have to think Portland and Denver is probably going to be the 10:30 slot since it's West Coast.
You probably put Warriors and Rockets at it's even a late game too. So
no, they could probably do it at 4 o'clock because then it'd be 1 o'clock over there.
Yeah, maybe a 3:30, 4 o'clock start. Yeah, I guess that's how they'd have to do it: 4, 7, and then 10:30.
Yeah,
3:37, 10:30, something like that.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to be watching though. I haven't been watching NBA all season, as everyone knows, but I've been watching the playoffs. The first round I really didn't watch a lot because I knew it was going to be shit. But yeah, I've been watching the second round a lot. Milwaukee and Boston, that was kind of a boring series. Philly and Toronto has been very interesting. Golden State and Houston, I was pumped for that game the other night. I was kind of pissed they lost, but hey, what are you going to do? Portland and Denver. It's kind of like that series that's good, but no one really talks about it just because it's Portland and Denver. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been entertaining, but it hasn't been as headline worthy as the other 3.
Yeah.
But I think Philly and Toronto, game 7, I have to pick Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State and Houston tonight, I have the Rockets, game 7. I don't know. I think that's a real toss-up. I think if you can flip a coin, I have a bent quarter right here, so I can't really flip this one. So I don't know. That's really a flip of a coin. Game 7, KD's out. But if I had to pick, I'd have to pick Golden State in 7. Then Portland and Denver, I have to pick Denver in game 7.
I'm going Portland there. I think it's going to be.
I don't know. They're going to be in Denver. Jokic is going to be all riled up. They can't stop Jokic, in my opinion. If Jokic goes for one of those 40, 15 and 10 games, they're not. That's over. They don't have anyone. Yeah, who's gonna stop him? Ennis Cantor, who separated his shoulder. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, Ennis Cantor healthy isn't that good.
that's what I'm saying. Is he's not that great. They don't really have any great forwards to stop Paul Millsap. Millsap has been pretty good. I think Millsap and Jokic are just gonna, run over. That's why I think Denver has an honest chance to beat Golden State.
The only thing is, it's just you're gonna have to leave Jokic out there for so long because behind him there's nothing.
Yeah, they do have Plumlee though, Mason Plumlee. He's pretty. He's
that's the problem. That's where they'll lose. That's how Denver will lose the game. If their bench is out there for too long, that's how they'll lose the game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
I think it's to be a closer game because, like, you look the last time they were in Denver, they won by 26.
Yeah, I want Philly to win just because I don't like Toronto because they're the only Canadian team, as I said before. I want Philly to win because I think Philly and Milwaukee would be a fun series. But I'm pulling for Bucks and Rockets. That's what I want, everyone. That's not my prediction. Obviously, my prediction is Warriors and Bucks. But who do you want and who do you think?
So I'd want. Honestly, I'd want Toronto. I don't like Philly. But I also think Toronto's going to win. Just the way the Raptors' home games have been, I just don't think. And with Simmons and Embiid being so inconsistent, I think Toronto's going to take it. And then Warriors Rockets, I'd rather see the Warriors, just because I think that'd be a better series next series. I think.
Yeah, it'll be better, but is it what we want?
I don't know. Really. I just want to see good games, honestly, at this point, because I mean, I'm really not a fan of any of these teams.
Yeah.
I just want a good series, and I think the Warriors produce a better series against like Denver. I think that's the series we all want.
Yeah, I'm pulling for the Bucks just because I'm a Brewers fan. I got to stick with the city.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, if not the Bucks, I don't really like the Sixers. They're not really like a team that I like, but I'd rather see them over the Raptors.
Yeah.
But hey, who knows? Maybe Portland wins it all.
Hey, they got McCollum, Lillard. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I guess that'd also be a good series. Portland and Houston. You got Lillard and McCollum.
That was against CP3 and Harden. That'd be really nice. And then can you imagine if they had Nurkic versus Capella?
Yeah, that'd be good.
But sucks Nurkic. If Nurkic was playing, I would honestly take you know what? I'd probably take the Trailblazers over Denver.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens. Lakers fans will be protesting in front of the Staples Center with unhappiness towards the front office. What do you think about this one, Don?
The Lakers are a mess. The fans are a mess.
What do you think they need to do to win the fans over again?
They got to bring in some players, I guess. They got to bring in Davis to start, and then I don't know what else they could do because what money do they really have?
Yeah. Oh, I got to set my lineup. I'm facing you this week. I'm up by 101.
My team's just decimated.
Yeah.
Injuries left and right, having to scrap for players at this point.
I tried trading with you, but you didn't want to take any trades.
Yeah, I can't predict injuries, and
I got Zach Greinke going today.
Yeah, I just kind of gave up on that lineup for the week.
Ooh, you got Arrieta. He's had an season. He's only had 2 good outings. And then you got Trevor Williams. Holy shit, he's awful.
Man, today
playing the Cardinals. The Cardinals just scored 17 last night on no home runs. They had no home runs, and they had no. I don't think they had any stolen bases, and they had no bunts either.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. If I were you, I would just drop Scooter Gennett.
Yeah, I mean, but there's really no one else out there right now.
That's the thing. Yeah, You got to pick the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a mess. Hopefully,
Looks
by the
like
time we get mid,
looks like the ball destroyers are going to go 6-0.
yeah, I started off 3-0. Probably gonna slip to 3-3 now.
3-3. Back to the Lakers. So I just think I like the fans that they're doing this. You don't see a lot of fan bases that express this type of interest towards a team. So I like that the fans are doing this. Is it really going to massively change something? Probably not. But, what do you think could come out of this?
I don't know how much really could come out of this. If anything, it could just create some stupid, rash moves, honestly.
Yeah.
Where they start overpaying for people and firing the wrong people. I don't know. It's just been a mess since LeBron got there, and honestly, they haven't been good since Kobe retired. Even his last couple of years, they weren't good. So it's been a while for the Lakers since they're really a top threat.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Lakers because they're going to have money. They have LeBron already. I know Stephen A. Smith said something about that there were people telling the owner to trade him. I don't know. Stephen A. Smith's a little bit of a clown. See, that's the type of stuff we won't tweet when we know it's coming from like someone like Stephen A. Smith. I love his memes though, his facial reactions.
Yeah. No, he's got some great pictures.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could go to the protest just to sit there and watch everyone. You know what I mean? The Lakers are my West team, but Knicks are my one team though. That's the only New York team I like, and I'm from Connecticut, so yeah. I'm all over the place though. We're gonna go to the halftime viewer mail. We actually have a question. Usually we don't get any questions. With the rumor of Kyrie Irving being interested in the Nets more than the Knicks, does this influence where Kevin Durant wants to go? This is from Caden in Mooresville, North Carolina. I'll weigh in on this. I don't think whatever Kyrie is doing is going to affect Durant. I think Durant is going to go wherever he wants, especially with the way Kevin Durant's mind works. He doesn't really care what other people think, what other people care about. Like, look, he went to a 70-something win team, 73-win team, and didn't really give a shit at all. He talks shit about former best friends. He's talked shit about tons of people. He's gotten in beef with former best friends and stuff like that. He's gotten in beef with his own team. Do you really think he's going to care what other people think where he goes and on their influences? No.
Yeah, I mean, and before I get into my take, I just want to point out the Warriors are 26-1 without KD. I know it's a little late, but I don't know. They haven't missed KD when they're playing. They seem to win more when he's not playing.
Yeah, then it also comes down to chemistry because, Clay and Draymond, Iguodala, Curry, they have more chemistry by themselves, I think. Plus, if you look at it, KD takes the ball away from them, kind of like what Melo does. As we were saying before at the basketball courts, KD's that type of player. He'll take away from other players, but he adds to the team.
Yeah.
Like he'll add a lot to a team, but takes away from individual players. So like say Curry averages 30 points a game, and then you add KD to it, he's only going to average maybe about 22. So he does take away from players, but he'll definitely add points to a final score. He plays good defense too, which is why I like Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
I like him as a player. I love him, not in a weird way. I like him as a player. I love him sort of as a person. I just don't like his decisions. That's it. He has a good win-it-all attitude, but not in the right way. Don't join a team like that. Like, I get you want to win. I get you want to be competitive. But when you join a team like that, no.
And I think
he went to Texas too, which is my school. So
I think going into this question, I think, with him, he's going to go where he wants. I think it's more of it'll affect where Kyrie goes. If Kyrie wants to work with KD or not, I think KD will make a decision before Kyrie. So I think.
Yeah, it also depends on how quick they want to get something done in the contract they're looking for. A la Kimbrel and Keuchel.
Yeah. Because the Knicks have the money to get both guys.
Yeah.
But I think they'd be more focused on Kevin Durant that's the more likely outcome. And then I think Kyrie Irving will have to make a decision after that, whether he wants to go to the Knicks or the Nets. And even if I don't know, I think KD to the Knicks is almost a lock.
That's what I said. I think if Irving goes to the Nets, I think that's dumb because they already have D'Angelo Russell and Spencer Dinwiddie. So if I'm Kyrie, I would go to the Lakers.
You think he'd want to be with LeBron again?
He can't win by himself. It's obvious. Yeah, he's a good player, but it's just he didn't work with the Celtics at all. It was a dumb decision. Cleveland, the only way he was able to win is with LeBron. He wanted to be the main guy on a team. He can only be Robin. He can't really be Batman. You know what I mean? He's that type of player. He needs to have a sidekick. He didn't really have a sidekick in Boston. He just had a bunch of mid-tier players. Jaylen Brown, he's average. Jason Tatum, he came down to earth. He had some crazy season last year. This year, he's really showed his true colors. Al Horford, past his time. Not that good. Marcus Smart, no. Terry Rozier, Marcus, what's his name? Morris, average. He's playing with a bunch of average players. Gordon Hayward, he's a clown now. It's just a bunch of average players, and he's an elite player with a bunch of average players. You need to have him paired with an elite player and a bunch of average players. It can't just have him and a bunch of clowns. It's got to be him, another elite player, and a bunch of people. That's what I'm saying. If you go to the Knicks, you already have a solid center in Mitchell Robinson. You add Durant, Zion, and then that's a lock. Zion and Durant to the Knicks is basically a lock.
Yeah, Kevin Knox.
And you have Kevin Knox there as well. So, I mean, you could have a starting five you could have Irving, Zion, Kevin Knox, Kevin Durant, Mitchell Robinson. And they'll have other money, too, to sign other, role players on the bench. So that's what I'm saying. The Knicks could possibly contend for a title next year, pending on all this shit.
And, it's all going to
That's money right there.
The Knicks draft pick. But also they can really build the team on money if they really needed to. I mean, that's just how quickly a team can change in the NBA.
That's money, though.
Yeah.
Irving, Williamson, Durant, Kevin Knox, and Mitchell Robinson. Man.
And I mean, all this, and then where does Klay Thompson go?
You can even see Klay Thompson go to the Knicks. You could see possibly them draft. I know they had Cam Reddish as their top player on their big board, the Knicks. We heard about that a couple days ago. So who knows if they draft him, he could be their small forward, and they could end up signing Klay Thompson and Irving.
Yeah.
So then you have Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, Cam Reddish, Klay, and Irving. A little bit of a smaller lineup, but maybe they want to go small ball. Depends on what the Knicks want to do.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they re-sign DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, they got house money right now. I mean, it's right there in front of them. They can do whatever they want this offseason.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be Okay, I just got a weird question on my Instagram thing. Yeah, the Knicks are probably going to be the top player in free agency, I guess you would say.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something if the Knicks can be good next year, it's been years since the Knicks have had a legitimate chance.
Yeah,
when they had Melo and
Shumpert, J.R. Smith,
they were good.
Stoudemire, Tyson Chandler, that was the team.
They were good, but they weren't great. You knew they couldn't win it all.
Yeah. I went to a bunch of those games.
And now,
what?
And now with the Warriors, is this it for the Warriors? Is this their last year of being true contenders?
I was talking to some people the other day, and we were talking about who the Warriors could keep, who they could, get rid of. And I was like, I honestly said, if they get everyone back, re-sign Cousins, re-sign Durant, re-sign Thompson, all that stuff, I will not watch NBA probably for the next couple years. I'm serious. If they sign all them to 3-year contracts, I will not watch for 3 years. And that's including playoffs. Because I'll legit be mad at the NBA for allowing this to go on like literally another season.
Yeah. It's hurt the NBA. You're seeing less people in seats.
Yeah,
Man, just imagine how that Garden would be next year if they got all those players they were
that's what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
It's money. It's money. But then ticket prices are gonna start at like $80 for up in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I usually go to a couple Knicks games a year. I'm a huge Knicks fan. I don't know why. It's just like they're the only New York team that I love. I don't know. It's weird. Next we're gonna get into the rundown a little bit quicker, faster pace. I don't even know where I'm right now. We're actually making pretty good time. We're making
We're
something
like 45.
I'm telling you, me and you, we kill it. I'm telling you, we kill it. We're probably the best duo.
Yeah, where's our show? We need our where's our prime time slot?
Yeah, we need a radio show because
Yeah.
and we're only getting better too. I remember like the first couple podcasts were like, but then like we hit it hard. So the Reds release outfielder Matt Kemp. The Nationals signed outfielder Gerardo Parra. The Dodgers signed catcher Travis d'Arnaud. He could be moved to first base or left field. Bulls coach Jim Boylan signed a multi-year contract extension. Oilers fired head coach Ken Hitchcock, and then they hired Ken Holland. Martin Truex Jr. won the Gander RV 400 at Dover. Matt Homa won the Wells Fargo Championship at 15 under. Patriots signed tight end Ben Watson to a 1-year, $3 million contract. Oh, what's going on? Am I here?
Yeah, you're good.
My thing it's so weird. It just went straight to my photos. It went black and then straight to my photo roll. I don't know why. I thought it like shut off for a second. It's weird. Good thing I didn't go nuts. Patriots signed Ben Watson to a 1-year, $3 million contract. He came out of retirement. Obviously, I would come out of retirement to play with the Patriots as well, especially if they're giving me $3 million for what? It's not even a year when you think about it because you're only playing what? Yeah, you have like off season stuff like that. But even when you do play, you play what 16 games, not including playoffs. So basically, I don't know. It's just an easy $3 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you practice every day. Like practicing the NFL is not that hard. People think it's like grueling, and so it's like, have you watched videos of their practices?
Yeah, it's not as bad as like you imagine. I think it's a lot harder in like high school and college.
That's what I'm saying, because they try to harden you. When you get there, you're basically ready.
Especially with Ben Watson. I mean, they're not going to push him too hard. He's old. Like they're not going to push him.
And I've been to practices before. I've watched them like in front of me. I'm like, this stuff's not like they just walk through it. They're laughing. And even the veterans, they get to sit for practices too. So Ben Watson, he's per week, he's probably going to practice 2 times, walkthroughs and half pads. That's it. Mm-hmm. I've played football 4 years, everyone. So I know how the practices work. Defensive end and wide receiver. Bingo. It's a weird combination, but I like the edge rushers.
Yeah.
Patriots released wide receiver Bruce Ellington. Patriots signed wide receiver Dontrell Inman to a 1-year contract. Patriots signed offensive tackle Jared Veldheer to a 1-year, $6.5 million contract. 49ers signed offensive lineman Wesley Johnson. Buccaneers signed wide receiver Kerwin Williams. Panthers released safety Norris Searcy. Raiders traded kicker Eddie Pinheiro to the Bears for a 2021 7th-round pick. Chiefs released fullback Aaron Ripkowski, formerly of the Packers. Quarterback Derek Anderson retired from the NFL. Steelers released offensive tackle Ryan Harris. Dolphins signed offensive tackle Jordan Mills to a 1-year, $3 million contract. Jaguars released quarterback Cody Kessler. Giants signed running back Rod Smith. Running back Bilal Powell was fully cleared from his neck injury that was supposed to be career-ending. Titans released wide receiver Roger Lewis. Seahawks signed cornerback Jamar Taylor. Jaguars linebacker Telvin Smith announced he will not play in 2019. That's it for today. Not a lot this week. I'm trying to think of what possibly could have. It's just crazy. There was nothing that happened this week at all.
Yeah.
Like, what's the biggest thing? The Dolphins signing cornerback Xavier Howard?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, besides like playoffs and stuff like that, but I'm talking like news.
Yeah, no, not too much.
I don't know. We're gonna try to get more daily recaps out. I know we'll be more available now that classes are over. But yeah, we'll be back next Friday. Let me see what date it is. Next week is the 17th. We'll be talking about Money in the Bank, which is next Sunday. So we'll be talking about that in depth next Friday. I'm sure we're gonna have more. We'll have a little bit better look on the Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA Finals. So we'll have a little bit more insight on that. Hopefully, more happens in the sports world. We have no free agency coming up. There's really not a big trade time right now. So probably next week we're not going to have a lot either. So we're going to try to make something out of nothing again. It's the Open Table Sports Podcast, if you didn't know. But make sure you follow us on everything. It's just Open Table Sports. If we tweet something out that you don't like, well, who cares? So thank you for listening. This has been the Kid and Dom Caps. Thank you.